Are you struggling to stay motivated to get out and skate? Well, if so, keep on watching because I'm going to share my tips with you on how I find the motivation to get out there and get rolling, even on days like this that I just want to sit inside, hang out, and do nothing.
1, 2, get them!
Hey, look, I know skating can be hard, but you want to know what's even harder? Doing it alone. And I'm happy to let you know that it doesn't have to be that way anymore. Hey, I'm Shay, your go-to girl for all things growth and groove. I've spent the last 5 years teaching myself how to roller skate and helped countless others level up their skate journeys too. And you want to know one of my biggest struggles, besides consistency? Finding a true community. I really needed like-minded people that were serious about their skate journeys, that were determined to grow and work towards their best self. My mission has always been to help you skate stronger, build confidence, and find your own groove. So guess what? You no longer have to skate solo. So I've created something called the Groovy Skate Club. Woohoo! It's a private hub where skaters like you can connect, encourage, and grow together. And it's absolutely free. You're welcome. So what are you waiting for? You can find the link in the description or in a pinned comment below. I'll see you all on the inside. I cannot wait to keep growing together this year. Now let's get back to today's topic. Hey groovy babies, welcome back to Groovy Roller Skate. I'm Shay, your main groovy girl. And here we help beginner skaters and returning skaters find their groove again. Yeah, so today we're doing something a little bit different. I just want to share some of my own personal tips that I use for myself to stay motivated and get rolling again. Even after taking such a long break, I am constantly finding new ways to expand my journey and make it fun again for myself. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so let's just be 100% real here, okay? We all go through slumps, okay? Life happens, motivation fades, and before you know it, your skates are collecting dust. And we don't want that, right? There's a whole reason why we spent money on these wheels and started our journey in the first place. And that is not to just simply walk away from it. And trust me, I know where you are. I know what you're feeling. I know that it seems a little less than desirable to start all over again. But trust me when I say it gets better. You just need to get yourself up, get yourself out, and start rolling again. Knocking the dust off of those wheels and getting back rolling can be just as exciting as starting as a new roller. So let's talk about how we can find that spark again, get back into our groove, and start feeling amazing again. Okay, first things first, you should really start with reconnecting with your why. Why you doing this? Why you want to do it? What is your reason for wanting to roll or get rolling again? For me, it's just a really fun way to get active, to move my body, to reconnect with my inner child. Like, these are the reasons why I started skating. And honestly, it was a really fun way for me to get out and explore and feel good while maybe even getting a little bit of cardio in. But maybe for you, it's just as simple as just experiencing a little bit more joy, a little bit more confidence, or it can even be as simple as escaping the grind of the daily life. I know it helps me, okay? So that is the main reason why I love doing this. Remind yourself why you fell in love with skating in the first place. Pro tip, write down your reasons why and put them somewhere that is visible to you, on your refrigerator, in your skate bag, wherever you need to remind yourself why you are doing what you're doing. Just because it's roller skating doesn't mean that it's not important to you. For a lot of us, it's an escape from reality. So do yourself a favor, write down your why, and put it somewhere that you're going to see it every single day. Getting back into your groove does not mean that you have to put on those skates, do a whole 3-hour session, call all your besties, and get rolling, okay? Do it at your own pace. A good 10 to 15 minutes can make all the difference. I know when I first started getting back to my groove, I didn't even pop up a camera. I didn't do anything that would make me feel pressure. I know even just posting online and stuff like that can definitely kind of make you waver a little bit because it's oh, I'm not as good as I used to be, or I forgot everything that I learned. Screw that, okay? When you're trying to get back into your groove, you need to do the things that you are confident in, the things that you feel good about, and simply just focus on that. Focus on that good feeling before you try and add in all the other stuff. So my biggest advice to you is to simply take 10 to 15 minutes, pop on your favorite playlist, whatever makes you feel good, and just stroll around. Play around with stuff that you know you're confident in. Play around with the moves that make you feel like you're having a good time and not stress about learning new things, okay? Just do you and have fun, because that's why a lot of us started this journey, right? So the biggest and best thing that you can do for yourself is make it as easy as possible and as fun as you can for yourself. Another thing that you can do to improve your own motivation is to set small but achievable goals for yourself. For instance, during my practices, I am just trying to make it a point to take 5 minutes of my session to play around with footwork. Footwork has always been kind of my downfall. It always looks a little messy, a little sloppy, a little, it's just a work in progress, okay? But I am learning and seeing my progress each time. I just take a couple of minutes to work on a little step or focus on, toe manuals or whatever it may be. As small as it may seem, it can make a really, really big difference. Also, a really cool thing about it all is that these small victories really begin to lead to more momentum, because you're seeing that you're making progress, right? You're seeing that you're taking more steps in the direction that you want to be in. So why not just take 5 minutes to work on something that you want to improve, but don't be too hard on yourself, okay? Like, I know we can all get stuck in the comparison, and we can get stuck in growing, but sometimes grooving is growing. Building your style, figuring out what it is that you want out of your skate journey. I used to do so many different things that my mind was all over the place that I never really focused on one thing. Find that one thing, find that one motivational factor, and focus on that so that you can begin to feel more confident in your journey. Another super important thing is to mix it up. If your routine is feeling stale, then you gotta do something and make it go to hell. Okay, wait, no, it doesn't. Okay, so if your routine is feeling stale, then you gotta mix it up, okay? You need to try different skate styles. You can even explore new areas. You can go to the park, maybe the rink, if that's not what your usual routine is. Giving it a little bit of a twist and doing something different will definitely help liven up your senses, rebring that joy and that excitement, that playfulness back into your journey. So don't forget the power of change. Changing the scenery, changing the playlist, changing the music, changing the way you do things, the process. Maybe challenge yourself not to do one thing. I know in my practices, I love dribbles. It is something I'm super confident in and I'm always doing. And it's kind of like my safety move, right? So sometimes in my practice, I'll just be like, no dribbles for 5 minutes. Okay, let's give the dribbles a break. Let's work on something, maybe crazy legs or something that will help me improve my skating and feel a little bit better, because I'm pushing the limits of my comfort zone and mixing it up. So I know change can be hard and it can be a little bit scary, but do not fret and do not underestimate the power of just changing it up a little bit. Another really amazing tip that I have is finding your community. I don't know if you know, but I know, and we all should know, that the skate community is one of the most wholesome, most inviting, most connected communities out there. And I'm coming from a place where I always felt like I never fit in anywhere, okay? But when I inserted myself into the skate community, I immediately felt welcome. I immediately found myself connecting with people on levels more than just roller skating. How cool, right? So get yourself out there, find Facebook communities. When I first started, I was on Facebook and I found these amazing skate groups. I've made a lot of my friends that I still have today from roller skating, from the online community, and just connecting with those people. And there are going to be moments where, like, yes, you want to be alone, you want to skate alone, but having a little bit more support from your community and the people around you is going to help lift you up and keep you motivated and wanting to learn more and grow. And you'd be surprised what you'll learn from your friends in roller skating, okay? I've learned like so much more just based on having time with someone. I don't know, it's just inspiring to even just have friends that are doing things that you've been afraid to do. They give you tips and tricks and you're like, wow, I can do that. And you're rooting for each other, and it's just so damn powerful. Trust yourself and connect with your community, because it will lift you up in ways that you didn't even know was possible. And last but not least, please, please, please be gentle with yourself. Be kind to your journey, because the more hard you are on yourself for showing up is going to make the reasons why you don't. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just going to say it anyway. Be kind to yourself, be gentle. It's okay if you don't show up every single day. Honestly, that's not even realistic, because skating is a sport and it takes energy, okay? And personally, I have always felt so pressured to show up simply because I have put myself out there on platforms like YouTube and Instagram and other social media platforms where I felt like people were looking at me like, wow, this girl can't stay consistent, why should I? But the reality of it is that we are all going to have moments where we fall off. We are going to have moments where we're not constantly progressing. Life has those stale moments. The only thing that kind of differs is like I kind of show all of that, and it kind of makes me feel vulnerable. But that uncomfortability has always been something that helped me grow. Okay. And being completely transparent, I didn't know if I was going to get back into this. I didn't know if I was going to get back into skating. And I felt so much damn pressure from nobody but myself, because even others are saying, you don't have to earn rest. You don't have to explain yourself. And I'm like, but I just want to be something that people can connect to. And here we are. I'm just laying it out flat for you. These are some of the ways that I have been able to restart my journey and figure out, how it's going to look moving forward, because it's not always going to be linear. It all looks like this. And the only thing that people tend to see online is the start and then the end. But what about all the stuff in between? So that is what my goal is to share the ins and outs, the highs and lows, because not everything is going to be freaking daisies and flowers all the time. So just be gentle with yourself. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time to grow and progress. Each day you show up is enough. Trust the process, trust yourself, trust the journey, because it'll all be worth it. If this is something that you really, really want, then you have to show up for you. Okay, so in a nutshell, all I'm saying is the way that you stay motivated is probably going to look different from the way that I stay motivated. But I just want to share some of my own personal hacks on how I have been able to hop back in like I never left. Okay, no, it was a little obvious. But I found different ways to make my journey exciting again, make it feel new and fresh to me, and in a nutshell, just not be hard on myself. When it came down to it, I'm still grooving, I'm still moving, I'm still doing it. It's just at a different frequency than others. Some people can just stay consistent all the time, and honestly, kudos to you. I wish I could channel that energy in my life, and maybe we will, but for now, I'm just accepting my journey in my life for what it is, knowing that it's okay to start anew. It's okay to feel like you don't know what you're doing anymore. It's all a part of life. So there you have it. That's all of my tips and tricks on how I plan on staying motivated in my skate journey. But what I want to know too is, what are some ways that you reignite your own motivation to get out there and start rolling again? Because I can actually use some tips too. So if you have any for me, feel free to drop some in the comments below and share maybe some ways that other people can get motivated to get back rolling again. And of course, please, please, please do not forget to smash that notification button so that you know when I upload a new video, and subscribe to your girl, because we are back with full groovy force and we are going to get things rolling here once again. I also have a 12-week guide completely free to you down below to help you plan your next year of roller skating. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Until then, keep rolling and stay groovy. Bye.